Oh, it's been a while since I did a tomato update. So here's some of them I've got left to process. But for the greenhouse, the total for today, since June 1st, is 146.80 100ths. Now the 0.80, my scale does pounds and hundredths of a pound, so that's why it is what it is. It is a commercial approved scale for selling to the public, so it weighs by the hundredths of a pound for more accuracy. So let's move on to the garden. The garden has produced 83.92 pounds so far. I've lost quite a few of those tomatoes out there in the garden, but there's still some out there. And my grow frame has produced 40.91 pounds. Now there's still tomatoes on the vines on all of these, but the greenhouse is getting extremely hot in there. It's going to 110 degrees through the day in there. That's with shade cloth and exhaust fans running 24/7. I mean, once that sun pops out, it's hot. The grow frame is averaging about 10 degrees cooler, and then the outside garden, it's just whatever ambient temperature is, which it's been up in the 90s. So it's been hot and it's dry. We're not getting any rain. So I did do a little watering from the pond, and I'll throw that clip up. See how I was watering the corn. Now the corn is gone. I harvested all the corn, mowed it down, and tilled in all the corn stalks back into the garden. The field corn started tossling too soon. It was kind of, I probably would have been all right with the sweet corn. It was mostly pollinated, but I didn't want to take the chance, and I just mowed it down and tilled it under before it could ever get the tassels up. So no field corn. The purple hull peas, I picked the majority of them. They probably would have made a few more, but I decided to go ahead and just take the main crop and mow the rest of them down, and tilled up that spot too. Now the only thing left in the garden is the okra, and the deer have found the okra, and they've pruned about 80% of it in 2 nights. There's 2 rows of it, and we'll look at that. Well, we're out in the greenhouse. You can see the plants still look relatively nice. I do get some fruit set even in these temperatures, but I don't come out here and try to pollinate these. I've got plenty of tomatoes. As you can see, this one here is just loaded. with tomatoes. And here's the one I pruned, except for the very top. I just couldn't reach it. And you can see it's got some tomatoes on it, but these other ones have, you know, produced twice as many tomatoes because there's lateral branches producing tomatoes. These are indeterminate vines, and I don't prune them. Oh, here we are in the grow frame. I've got probably got some issues on some of these tomatoes. I don't know why. They've got the same treatment, but these early girls, they just as you can see, this one's got some type of blight going on, and I'm getting some okra in here. Now the deer can't get in here unless they really try, and they'd have to go through the screen or the plastic, which we all know deer are capable of that. But the main test was to see if these set fruit underneath this shade cloth better than outside in the direct sun in that greenhouse. And so far I can't say that it's really doing any better, but they do get the cross breeze through here, you know, so but when it's near triple digit temperatures, you're probably not going to get fruit set anyway, because it's 90 degrees right now. I don't know, 9 o'clock in the morning. I don't have my phone on me to see what the date or time is. My sweet bell peppers, they're doing okay. I've harvested several of those. These are the Tequila Sunrise. They make a purple pepper. We like those. And I've picked some jalapenos off of the only jalapeno plant I have. But yeah. I got some peanuts here. These are some Virginia jumbos or something, just mainly to get a few more peanuts to plant. I got some sweet potatoes. I just put in these tubs just to kind of fill in the blank spots. And the cucumbers are finally producing, but these tubs dry out very fast. They have very poor soil in it. It's mostly bark, some of that commercial compost that's 99% bark. Kind of the tour here. I got some more cucumbers over here. Got some carrots going on in 3 of these tubs. There are some carrots in here, but they dry out and they get kind of neglected. Got a couple of squash plants here. I did harvest one squash. But, got some empty tubs through here. I just didn't get around to replanting. But the thermometer here, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's right at 90 degrees. There you can see this ground is powder dry. But here's the okra. See, they've pruned it all except for the last, I don't know, 6-8 foot. And this, they went about 3/4 of the way the night before, and then last night they went a little more. There's 4 rows of peas right next to it. They're not eating peas. I mean, the peas are here available. They skip the peas and eat the okra. They do it every year. But you can kind of see the tomatoes out there. They're kind of rough looking, and I need to pull some more up that died. But there's the garden. I did plant this little baby corn, and it's done pretty good. I've harvested most of it, and I need to mow it down and till this spot under too, just to try to get back in control of these weeds. But this baby corn, you kind of see it in some of the salad bars and things. Little baby corn. You harvest it at this stage right here when the silks pop out, and you just pull your little baby corn off, and there's no kernels on it. There's what looks like kernels, but it's very sweet and has a corn taste. As you can see, this is the area where the deer did not do any pruning. They did get the very end of it here. Aggravating things. You can see how close they are. And I had a radio playing out here. I may move. I've got these quail in this little building here. I would put the radio in there, but I don't want to aggravate them quail all night long. But that's I've got green beans still over there. I was kind of going to let them go to seed. It's just hot, and it's supposed to get hotter. They're talking triple digit actual temperature this weekend, so the heat index is going to be skyrocketed. It's probably already triple digit heat index with the mid 90 actual temperature. It's just kind of the update. I didn't do any updates because with 270 pounds of tomatoes, it keeps a person busy. I've been doing tomato sauce. I did the vegetable soup, but I've been doing more tomato sauce, as we'll use it making spaghetti and things like that. And we can use it as a soup base also. Oh, now for my little rant. Oh, you ever watch a video and there's like 10 commercials through the middle of it, and they tell you they don't have any control over that? Well, that's not true. There is a setting when you upload videos that you can allow commercials in the middle, and if you check that, that's why you get so many commercials. It's just pure greed. People just want more revenue for all the ads they can throw in a video. So most of those I usually unsubscribe. I'm not going to waste my time with 10 video advertisements through the video. If it's that important to you, fine, but I'm not gonna watch them, and I'll just stop watching all the videos. If you want to play music in your videos while you're talking, that's fine. That's your channel. I don't watch them. It's got ringing in the ears real bad. It's hard for me to understand what you're saying with you talking, music playing, and the ringing in my ears, and whatever background noise is around me. It's just not worth trying to sit through a video and decipher what you're saying. So I also usually unsubscribe if it's a continual deal in your videos, with music and talking at the same time. I've mentioned it to a few people, and they was kind enough, to learn how to edit their videos and stop the music while they're talking. But if the music is that important to you, more power to you. I hope it helps you, but I'm not watching them. And yeah, I'm just one person. What's one view? But I'll probably even stop monetizing my channel. I don't get enough views to hardly make a paycheck, one paycheck a year. And you've got to earn $100 before you get a paycheck. So I'll probably just stop monetizing. I I didn't start the channel to make money off YouTube. YouTube is not my business. You know, if I can't pick and choose the advertisements, you know, it's really, you know, not my channel. You know, it's YouTube channel. It belongs to them. So there's my little rant. Take it with a grain of salt. But there's my water system. I mounted that 2-inch pump. It's gas motor on it. Little Honda motor. Had this thing for years. And screwed that board down to the back of the trailer so I can just back up to the pond and fill these totes up. And then I can just drive back with the tractor and gravity. Let the gravity water the garden. Probably just let the green beans go to seed and harvest them while it's dry. The main problem with letting things go to seed later in the year is if you start getting rain, those dried seed or semi-dried seed can actually sprout inside of the shell. And, you can start getting mold issues also. So I'm going to let these go through the heat of the year and harvest them while it's dry.